Alrighty guys, what's going on? It's Phil here, and it's time to talk about Elimination Chamber 2025 in a full show review. Now, I want to make an apology about this entire situation, considering that it is so late. I know that we are just a day away from the Friday Night SmackDown after Elimination Chamber, and I want to say that, with everything that has happened so far over the course of the last few days, for professional wrestling with Elimination Chamber and how crazy that show was, and the ending that we got to this episode of Monday Night Raw. I just want to say that I am now really ready to talk about Elimination Chamber 2025 and the events that happened after all of that took place, because man, the timeline that we are in is just absolutely insane right now. And now I am fully ready to explain to you guys and talk to you guys what is really going to be going down for the road to WrestleMania. Because if there are this many twists and turns already, who knows what is going to be happening for the rest of the road to WrestleMania. Now, of course, this is not going to be as in depth as I normally get into when it comes down to the full show review, but at the end of the day, you guys are going to be getting the same kind of stuff from me with this review for Elimination Chamber 2025, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, if you guys would hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications as you subscribe to the channel. That way, you guys never miss another upload right here on the YouTube channel. We have been doing absolutely fantastic as of late when it comes down to the support of the channel, so thank you guys so much. And I want to know your thoughts about Elimination Chamber down in the comment section below. Even if it's just an emoji, like a fire emoji or a thumbs up emoji, at the end of the day, it supports the video. So please leave a comment of what you thought about Elimination Chamber 2025, and let's get right into the full show review of Elimination Chamber Toronto. We started off the night with the Women's Elimination Chamber, of course, that being Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair, and this was absolutely fantastic in every single way imaginable. We weren't even 5 minutes into the match yet, and Jade Cargill made her presence known as she returned to the WWE, and we all thought that she was going to be going after Liv Morgan after all the footage and after everything that has transpired on WWE programming, but no, she let Liv Morgan be, and she attacked none other than Naomi, who was the second person starting off the Women's Elimination Chamber. At that point, Bianca Belair was already stuck in her pod, and she had nothing to do but be absolutely devastated at the sight of seeing Jade Cargill attack Naomi. And I give all my praise and all my flowers to Bianca Belair on the selling and on the devastation that she felt within that pod, because man, this was absolutely beautifully well done by the WWE. I had a feeling that either Naomi or Bianca Belair would start the Women's Elimination Chamber. We just had to figure out who they were going to be starting it off with, because it was easily one of those two that did the attack on Jade Cargill. It was only a matter of time before we figured out who it was going to be, and they ultimately chose Naomi to be the one that attacked Jade Cargill. But I don't think this is over by a long shot. I still think Bianca Belair has something to do with this, because Naomi looked back at Bianca when Jade Cargill's music hit, and it kind of felt like she was very much in danger from the very beginning. So at the end of the day, I still do not believe that this is over. I still think Bianca, Naomi, and Jade are all going to be involved in this one way or another, and something's going to be happening between those three. Now, we all know that Bianca Belair won the Women's Elimination Chamber after everything that was all said and done. I cannot believe that we are on the road to seeing a possible triple threat right now for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. And I can talk about it now because this is a Thursday as of this recording, just a day before the Friday Night SmackDown of the Elimination Chamber. And we have a new Women's World Champion in Io Sky. Io Sky won the Women's World Championship from Rhea Ripley in the main event of this past Monday Night Raw, and it was absolutely a fantastic match. We are totally going to be getting a triple threat between Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky for that Women's World Championship, because Rhea Ripley is going to want her championship back. Io Sky, she won the championship, and obviously Bianca Belair won the Women's Elimination Chamber. So something is definitely happening there. But man, this is absolutely incredible in every single way imaginable. The final two ended up being Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair, who were the two betting favorites within this match. So now we just have to figure out what is really going to be going down. And man, this was absolutely incredible Women's Elimination Chamber, and everybody stepped their game up. But my MVP for this Elimination Chamber was easily Liv Morgan. She killed it in this Elimination Chamber, so good on her. But everybody else did very well as well. Bianca Belair is your Women's Elimination Chamber winner. Now we're going to be getting into the women's tag team match that happened between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus taking on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. And though this was the weakest match in terms of the build on this card, it really wasn't all that bad. I mean, I just feel like it was probably in a terrible spot to begin with when it comes down to this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but the tag team match was really all not that bad. And honestly, I thought it was a lot better than what I thought it was going to end up being. The fact of the matter is, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus obviously picked up the victory over Candice and Nia. Tiffany pinned Nia within this tag team match, and that's very strong, knowing that Tiffany is going to be facing Charlotte on WrestleMania, whatever day that they're going to be having that match for the women's title for Friday Night SmackDown. And I think that's absolutely fantastic for Tiffany Stratton. But yeah, this entire tag team match, it was fine for what it was. I'm not saying that it was bad in any sort of imagination, I just think that this really could have been presented a lot better in terms of what we really could have been seeing at Elimination Chamber. I truly do believe that if we got a matchup between Tiffany and Trish, that would have been a lot better perceived by the WWE fan base. And this tag team match, it was cool to see Candice and Nia on a card together in some sort of tag team match. But like I said, this was the weakest build of the show. Like, this was the weakest in terms of whatever match was going to be taking place for the women other than the Women's Elimination Chamber on this card. And it's not really having anything to do with how badly those four ladies performed, because they all did very well for themselves. It's just a matter of, where they're placed on the card and what they're ultimately given with when it comes down to the story of this entire situation. So nothing really bad on them. Nia, Candice, Tiffany, and Trish all killed it out there. But, it was a very predictable outcome to begin with when it comes down to the winners of being Trish and Tiffany. And we'll see where things go on the road to WrestleMania for Tiffany as she faces Charlotte for that women's world champion, or for the women's championship on Friday Night SmackDown for WrestleMania. So we'll see where things go, but yeah, it was fine for what it was. As we got into a match next that was easily one of the best matches that I've ever seen in probably the last 5-10 years. I mean, it's easily no joke. And that is the unsanctioned matchup between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And man, when I say that this was probably one of the most brutal matches in like the last 10-15 years, I am not joking you. We had tables, we had barbed wire steel chairs, we had absolutely everything but the kitchen sink in this match. And WWE did this with no blood. That's right, no blood was in this matchup here. And I feel like that was absolutely fantastic, because the way that this match was presented was incredible, because the referee was not wearing an official WWE branded referee shirt, and the lights were dim. It was just having spotlights focused on Sami and Kevin, and you really knew what was about to go down the moment that the presentation was felt for this unsanctioned match. And just the way that they did this with no blood involved in every single way possible was awesome, because this rivalry goes beyond having a little bit more color added to this. The fact of the matter is, having blood in this match, having Sami or Kevin bleed within this match, wouldn't have added anything, or it wouldn't have taken away from what they did in this matchup here. I mean, they are hurting, and they are probably still hurting to this very day. And this was absolutely incredible. But the one thing that we have to be talking about in this entire unsanctioned match was not only the winner being Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens did win this unsanctioned match, but the return of Randy Orton. Randy Orton did return to WWE after everything was all said and done. He set his sights on Kevin Owens, and it looked like we were about to see the punt make the return of, man, a lifetime. But then, of course, WWE officials and security stopped Randy Orton from doing it, and it looks like we are clearly on the road to WrestleMania to seeing that matchup between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and I am very much looking forward to that. Now, Whether that is just going to be in a regular one-on-one match, I have no idea. I do not think it should be a regular one-on-one match, considering everything that Kevin Owens has put Randy Orton through. I would personally put them inside Hell in a Cell. I know that Hell in a Cell doesn't always have to be tied to a PLE, so put it at WrestleMania. Give us a Hell in a Cell match between Randy and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. I think that would be absolutely insane. But yeah, this was incredible. Kevin Owens getting the victory over Sami Zayn, and they have the perfect opportunity to have Sami Zayn be written off WWE television for a little while, up until the point where, we see him come back and maybe get into something with a little bit of a carrying cross. But we'll see in due time what Sami Zayn's road to WrestleMania is going to be looking like over the course of the next 7 weeks. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Kevin Owens got the victory, and it looks like we're heading towards Randy versus Kevin at WrestleMania. Fantastic stuff. Now, the Men's Elimination Chamber happened after this, and this was absolutely an incredible Men's Elimination Chamber match. We had the starting two ended up being Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre was the first one eliminated from this entire situation, okay? There were a lot of rumors going around at that point in time on social media that Drew McIntyre was going to be the winner of the Men's Elimination Chamber, and then Drew McIntyre got eliminated first. I mean, come on. What are we doing here, people? I mean, look, at the end of the day, the final two ended up being CM Punk versus John Cena. And we honestly should have seen this Cena heel turn coming. And trust me, we will be getting into the John Cena heel turn in just a little bit. But the final three ended up being CM Punk, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. And that was really the story within this Elimination Chamber, and how Seth Rollins really could not keep his hands off of CM Punk, and how John Cena was really just trying to capitalize on, what was going on between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. And we saw that after Seth Rollins got eliminated by CM Punk after a GTS, Seth Rollins was not done with CM Punk in any way, because he hit a curb stomp on the steel grate on the outside, and Seth Rollins was enraged by what happened after the elimination, and John Cena took advantage of that. John Cena dragged CM Punk into the center of the ring, locked in the STF, and made CM Punk pass out, thus having John Cena win the 2025 Men's Elimination Chamber. And, we never really seen this before from John. We never seen John really ever take advantage of something like that. John is usually always a stand-up guy. He usually goes after somebody and says, hey, I want to win this on my own merits. I want to win this on my own. I don't need your help when it comes down to this entire situation. I'm John Cena, for God's sakes. I don't need your help. But John Cena took the easy way out. John Cena took the easy way out, and he won the Elimination Chamber in that fashion. So that was crazy in and of itself. The Men's Elimination Chamber was absolutely incredible. But with John Cena winning and then staying out there after the Men's Elimination Chamber was all said and done was very interesting, because then we got into the segment that shocked the entire world. And that was Cody's decision. Cody's decision was up next on if he was going to be selling his soul to The Rock or not. And this was just an insane segment, to say the very least. So, like I said, Cody Rhodes and John Cena were already out there talking and hyping up the WrestleMania main event between the two, when all of a sudden The Rock shows up with Travis Scott as he makes his presence known. And, we saw the awkward moment between the two, because it always is awkward between the two, when The Rock put his hand on Cody's neck. And, he really wanted to see what Cody's decision was going to be. He said, at the end of the day, you are going to embrace me, and you are going to be selling your soul to the final boss. And Cody Rhodes said, quite frankly, that he is not going to be selling his soul to The Rock, because he already sold his soul to the ring and to the WWE Universe a long time ago. That got the crowd excited. That got John Cena excited. And that got John Cena to dap up Cody Rhodes and hug him, only to then show the face of all faces, where we see, a complete switch from John Cena, and then The Rock does the cutthroat. And then we see the low blow from John Cena. John Cena officially turns heel right before our very eyes, and John Cena is alongside The Rock as he sold his soul to the devil and now he is alongside The Rock and this entire corporation type deal that they got going on. And man, oh man, did they just completely obliterate Cody Rhodes to the fact where we even saw Travis Scott, who was really just there to be there. He was just standing in the background when all of this was happening. We even saw Travis Scott slap the hell out of Cody Rhodes as he was getting beat up by John Cena and The Rock. We saw John Cena pummel Cody Rhodes in the face with Dusty's Rolex, and then we saw the weight belt of Cody's soul with the date of Dusty's death on it, him being whipped with it and everything like that. And man, this was like a complete obliteration of Cody Rhodes. And John Cena sold this thing like no other as we see John Cena turn heel in his final year of his WWE tenure. And nobody ever thought that it was going to be happening. Now, I already made a video of this entire situation. You guys can go check that out on my YouTube channel. It's down there in the link that is in the description. But man, this was just an insane way to go off Elimination Chamber with John Cena being the one to sell his soul to The Rock and, just stand alongside him. I had a feeling that whoever was going to win the Elimination Chamber was going to be the one to sell his soul to The Rock, but I didn't think it was ever going to be in this way. The way that they did it was so perfectly well done that you just did not see this coming. And Triple H said that the night was going to be industry changing, and it absolutely was, because whoever thought that John Cena was going to be turning heel in the final year of his career? I know I didn't. I thought that this was just going to be, a very happy-go-lucky moment when John Cena wins number 17 for the championships, for the world titles. And, now we're on a warpath to where we can see this match take place at WrestleMania. And there's no doubt in my mind that John Cena has to win his 17th world championship now. It's just a matter of how they're going to be doing it. I absolutely loved each and every single thing about this, but now I'm loving every single thing that we're going to be seeing on the road to WrestleMania. This twist and turn was something that I did not see coming, and I'm just very excited to see what is going to be happening for Cody Rhodes next, as we have 7 more weeks for the road to WrestleMania. So yeah, that's Elimination Chamber 2025. If you guys enjoyed my review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for all notifications, and leave your thoughts on Elimination Chamber down in the comment section below. Elimination Chamber was easily the best pay-per-view, PLE I should say, that Triple H has ever booked since becoming the head of creative, and I cannot wait to see what WrestleMania has in store. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.